Imagine this scenario. You wake up, and the first thing you feel isn't energy, it's stiffness.
Your knees creak before your feet even hit the floor.
You walk to the bathroom, open the cabinet, and you're greeted by a sea of orange plastic bottles. One for pain, one for blood pressure, maybe one for digestion. It feels like this is just the price of admission for getting older, right? But what if I told you that you've been looking for relief in the wrong place? What if one of the most potent anti-inflammatory compounds on the planet isn't locked behind a pharmacy counter at CVS or Walgreens? What if it's actually sitting in your kitchen right now, probably wrinkling away in the back of your crisper drawer, completely ignored? We are talking about ginger. But hold on, I'm not talking about the sugary gingerbread cookies you eat at Christmas, and I'm not talking about that pink stuff they serve next to your sushi. I'm talking about raw medicinal-grade rhizome that has been the gold standard of natural healing for over 4,000 years. See, modern science has finally caught up with ancient wisdom. They've discovered that as we age, our bodies enter a state called inflammaging, a chronic low-grade inflammation that rusts us from the inside out. It's the root cause of your joint pain, your brain fog, and even your blood sugar spikes. And while those pills in your cabinet mask the symptoms, ginger is one of the few things in nature that actually speaks the same language as your cells to turn that inflammation off.
But does it really work?
Or is it just another internet health trend? Today, we are not just going to list 9 boring facts. We are going to simulate a journey. We are going to take Arthur, and your body, through a specific 30-day ginger protocol. We will break down exactly what happens to your stomach in week 1, how your immune system reboots in week 2, and the surprising changes that happen to your brain and blood sugar by day 30. By the end of this video, you won't just look at that knobby root the same way again, you'll want to run to the grocery store. And this is what happens when you truly harness the power of ginger.
Let us start the clock.
Welcome to week 1.
We call this phase the fire extinguisher. Let's be honest.
As we get older, our relationship with food changes.
Remember when you could eat a double cheeseburger at midnight in your 20s and sleep like a baby? But now?
For Arthur, and maybe for you, a simple steak dinner feels like it sits in the stomach like a brick for hours.
Why does this happen?
It's not just getting old. It's physics. As we age, the natural muscle contractions in our digestive tract, called motility, start to slow down.
It's like a traffic jam on the highway.
Food stays in the stomach too long, it ferments, gas builds up, and acid splashes back up. That's the bloating and heartburn you feel. So, Arthur starts his protocol. On day 1, instead of reaching for the antacids after dinner, he consumes ginger. Here is the magic. Ginger contains compounds called gingerols and shogaols. These aren't just flavors, they are prokinetic agents. Think of them as traffic controllers. They signal your stomach to empty its contents into the small intestine faster, up to 50% faster, according to some studies. By day 3, Arthur notices something strange.
The post-dinner brick feeling? Gone.
The bloating that usually makes his waistband tight? It's significantly less. He isn't just digesting, he's absorbing. Now you might be asking, how exactly should Arthur take it? Do I have to chew on a raw root?
Absolutely not.
That's the quickest way to make you quit. For week 1, I want you to try the morning ignition shot. This is how Arthur starts his day to wake up his metabolism. Here is the recipe. Take a thumb-sized piece of fresh ginger, about 2 inches. No need to peel it if it's organic, just wash it well. Blend it with half a lemon, for vitamin C, and a pinch of cayenne pepper.
Why the pepper?
It acts as a courier, helping your bloodstream absorb the ginger faster. Add a splash of water, blend, strain, and drink.
It's spicy. It wakes you up better than espresso.
And it coats your stomach lining to protect it for the rest of the day. By day 5, we see the second major benefit kick in.
Pain relief.
Arthur has suffered from tension headaches for years. Usually, this is where he pops an NSAID like ibuprofen. But those pills can be harsh on the stomach lining, the very thing we are trying to heal. Ginger works differently. It inhibits the production of prostaglandins. Those represent the body's inflammatory alarm bells. It blocks the pain signal, similar to how drugstore painkillers work, but without the side effects. Whether it's a migraine, muscle soreness from gardening, or just stiffness, by the end of the first week, Arthur isn't just digesting better. The background noise of pain in his body has turned down from a level 7 to a level 3.
The fire in the gut is out. The inflammation is cooling down.
But now that the body isn't fighting these daily fires, it can focus on a much bigger enemy, invaders. Because in week 2, Arthur is about to face the flu season. And what happens next might just save him a trip to the doctor. Welcome to week 2. Arthur is now walking into a battlefield.
It's flu season.
Normally, at his age, a simple cold can turn into bronchitis or worse, pneumonia. The immune system in our 60s isn't as snappy as it was in our 20s.
It gets sluggish. It reacts too late.
But Arthur has been taking his ginger daily for 14 days now. And inside his body, something remarkable is happening. Think of your immune system like a security team. As we age, that team tends to fall asleep on the job.
Ginger acts like the double shot espresso for your security guards.
Specifically, it activates something called natural killer cells, NK cells. I love that name. Because that's exactly what they do. They don't wait for permission, they hunt down infected cells and destroy them immediately. There was a study where researchers found that fresh ginger stopped certain respiratory viruses, like RSV, from attaching to your cells. It literally locks the door so the virus can't get in. So, while Arthur's neighbor might be down with the flu for 2 weeks, Arthur might just get a sniffle, or, best case scenario, nothing at all. His shield is up. And for those of you watching who might have smoked in the past, or struggle with asthma, listen to this. Ginger is a natural bronchodilator. It helps relax the smooth muscles around your airways. It clears out the mucus. It lets you take that deep, satisfying breath that we often take for granted. Now, let's move to week 3. We are going to tackle the silent killer. The one that affects over 30 million Americans.
High blood sugar. Type 2 diabetes.
Even if you aren't diabetic, you know that feeling, the afternoon crash.
The brain fog after lunch.
That is your blood sugar spiking and crashing. It's exhausting your pancreas. By week 3 of the protocol, ginger starts to influence how Arthur's body handles sugar. Here is the science simplified. Ginger helps your muscles absorb glucose without needing as much insulin. It makes your body sensitive to insulin again. Remember the research mentioned earlier? Just 2 grams of ginger powder a day lowered fasting blood sugar by 12% in one study. That is a massive drop. That is the difference between pre-diabetic and healthy. By day 21, Arthur notices he doesn't have that 3 p.m. energy slump anymore. His energy is steady. His cravings for sweets are diminishing. So, how do we level up for week 3?
We switch from the morning shot to the evening golden elixir.
This is perfect for lowering blood sugar overnight and ensuring deep sleep. Here is the recipe. Warm up a cup of almond milk or oat milk. Add half a teaspoon of ginger powder. Since we are cooking, powder is potent here. Add half a teaspoon of turmeric. And, crucially, a pinch of black pepper to activate it all. Stir it up. Arthur drinks this warm, soothing cup 30 minutes before bed. It fights inflammation while he sleeps, balances his glucose levels, and prepares him for the next day. So far, we've fixed the gut. We've armored the immune system. We've stabilized the blood sugar. Arthur feels 10 years younger. But we aren't done yet. Because there are 2 things every person over 50 fears the most.
One attacks the brain, erasing your memories.
The other attacks your cells, growing uncontrollably. Can a simple root really stand up to Alzheimer's and cancer?
The answer might shock you.
We have arrived at the final frontier.
Week 4.
By now, Arthur's digestion is smooth. His energy is stable. But the most profound changes are happening where he can't see them.
Up here. Host points to head.
We all joke about senior moments. You walk into a room and forget why you're there. You see an old friend's face, but the name is stuck on the tip of your tongue. It feels like a natural part of aging. But scientists now call Alzheimer's type 3 diabetes, or the result of brain inflammation. Essentially, your brain is rusting. Ginger contains bioactive compounds called 10-gingerol and 6-shogol. Research suggests these compounds can pass through the blood-brain barrier. Think of them as a specialized cleaning crew. They help inhibit the inflammation that leads to those sticky amyloid plaques, the hallmarks of Alzheimer's disease. Also, remember the connection between your gut and your brain?
90% of your serotonin, the happy hormone, is made in your gut, not your head.
Because Arthur has spent the last 30 days healing his gut with ginger, his brain is finally getting the clear signals it needs.
The anxiety fades.
The mental fog lifts. Arthur isn't just remembering names faster, he feels sharper. He feels present. And now we have to talk about the C word.
Cancer.
It is the word that keeps us up at night. I want to be very clear here.
Ginger is not a cure-all.
If you have a serious diagnosis, you listen to your oncologist. However, nature has given us a powerful ally in prevention. There is a fascinating compound found specifically in dried or cooked ginger called 6-Shogol. In laboratory studies, researchers found something incredible. This compound targets what we call cancer stem cells. These are the mother cells, the roots of the cancer that are often resistant to chemotherapy. While traditional treatments often kill the daughter cells, the root remains. Ginger appears to attack the root. Studies on breast, ovarian, and prostate cancer cells have shown that ginger can induce apoptosis, which is just a fancy word for making the cancer cells commit suicide, without harming the healthy cells around them. So, when Arthur drinks his golden milk or takes his morning shot, he isn't just treating a stomach ache. He is creating an environment in his body where illness struggles to take root. He is building a fortress. It has been 30 days. Arthur's joints are less stiff. His stomach is calm. His mind is sharp. He didn't need a miracle drug. He didn't need a complex surgery. He just needed to return to the roots. Literally. But before you run to the kitchen and start eating a pound of ginger a day, please stop. Because natural does not always mean safe for everyone. There is a danger zone you need to know about. Now, listen closely. This is the most important part of the video. In the world of nutrition, there is a dangerous myth that if it's natural, it's safe. That is not always true. Snake venom is natural, but you wouldn't drink it.
Ginger is potent.
And because it is potent, it acts like a medicine. If you are on blood thinners, like warfarin, Coumadin, or even taking high doses of aspirin daily, you need to be careful.
Ginger naturally thins the blood.
That's great for circulation, but if you combine it with medication, it's like taking a double dose. It can increase the risk of bleeding or bruising.
If this is you, do not start the 30-day protocol without talking to your doctor first.
Second, let's talk about the gallbladder. Ginger increases bile production. Normally, this is fantastic for digestion. But if you have existing gallstones, that extra bile flow can force a stone into the duct, causing a blockage. And trust me, that is a pain you do not want to experience. If you have a history of gallbladder issues, steer clear of high-dose ginger supplements. Stick to small amounts in food, or avoid it to be safe.
So, how much is too much?
We are looking for the Goldilocks zone. Not too little, not too much.
Just right.
For most healthy adults, the sweet spot is 3 to 4 grams of raw ginger per day.
That looks like
a piece of root about the size of your thumb, 1 inch.
Or about 1 teaspoon of ginger powder.
Do not go over 6 grams. More ginger won't make you more healthy. It will likely just give you heartburn and make you run to the bathroom. Start small and listen to your body.
So, let us look back at Arthur.
He didn't find the fountain of youth. He didn't turn back the clock 30 years. But he did something better. He took control. He turned off the fire of inflammation in his gut. He woke up his immune system's security team. He cleared the fog from his brain and stabilized his energy. And he did it all with a root that costs less than $1 at the grocery store. Health isn't about grand gestures or expensive surgeries. It's about the small things you do every single day.
So, here is my challenge to you.
Don't just watch this video and click away.
I want you to try the 30-day ginger challenge. Go to the store today. Buy a fresh root.
Make that first morning ignition shot, or the evening golden milk. Then, come back to this video and comment below with the words, Day 1. I want to see thousands of you starting this journey together. If you commit to your body will commit to you. I'm Daily Health 365, and I'll see you, hopefully healthier and stronger, in the next video.
Cheers to your health.